Welcome to the happy hour, everybody, right here on Sirius XM Flam HB. And as always, only the cool people stop by the happy hour. I'm like that. My door is open for everybody. Well, no, it's not. I was going to say my door's open for everybody, but if you have negative energy, you're not welcome. Leave that out there, and then you can come inside the happy hour. You know what I mean? So only good energy people are invited to the happy hour, and I have the pleasure of welcoming Joe here right now. Woohoo! Y'all can clap. Y'all came with him, but y'all can still clap. Welcome to the show. How you been,
Thank you,
Joe?
love. I've been good. It's happy hour, so intoxicated every time you smile. Lips like wine. This is your show, girl. I'm happy for you.
I'm happy you did. That might be the new theme song for the happy hour. Man, thank you so much for doing that.
My pleasure.
I was telling my friend that you were coming by the show, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, for real, I should take off for work." And I was like, "Joe's mad cool. You
get that money, baby. Get that money."
Well, I did say that. I said that. I was like, "How many days you got left? You know you're now towards the end of the year." She's like, "I only got 2."
Yeah, Christmas time is coming too. Absolutely.
Save your days. Save your days. I was like, I've actually met him before because he came by the Sway in the Morning show so many times, and she was like, "Girl, how he smell?" And I was like, just dig it in. But I said, the one thing I can always say, not only do you always smell good, but you always dress nice. You are always impeccably dressed. Where did you get that from?
I'm a church boy, so I mean, back in the day, it was always you dressed to impress, you know, and it just continued. And I always loved that 60s, 40s, 50s era when the gentlemen were gentlemen, they wore the fedoras and they was just clean.
I was going to say, you had to clear that up because that was my next question, because I think everybody thinks they get dressed every day, but style is something different. You have style.
Thank you.
You know, so I think that's a little bit different, but you studied, obviously, from the, like you said.
From the eras before, yeah.
From the
100%.
eras before.
The gangsters were so fly.
Mm-hmm.
When you think about the Al Capones and the gangsters of New York and different parts of the country, they was just so clean all the time. I mean, the gangsters just, you know, Timbos and hoodies and that's their wardrobe. Yeah. But they wore suits with the necktie and just everything was tailor made. And I have always been impressed by that particular image and that look.
So do you spend a lot of money on clothes?
Yeah, well, you know.
No, because you know, like...
the man might be listening right now. I think they got their ears glued to XM just to see who's going to put themselves in a deep hole.
No, because it's always like, well, I know I shop a lot, but how often do you actually...
You know, I like to get things made. I'm more of I used to buy a lot of Tom Ford. I'm not going to front. Tom Ford had me locked for... Since they first came out, before Jay-Z was rapping about it, right. I was wearing it. So now I'm more tailor-made. I mean, everything has to fit, you know, to a T. And I got a couple of designers that I rock with.
Would you like to share any of the names? Just for the women that's listening right now.
They both in the ATL, and I don't want them fighting each other, you know.
Oh, okay, I got you. All right, well, he's here.
They don't know that, but...
He is here, Joe. Man, Joe, where can people reach you on social media?
You can reach me. I got my team here right now, so if I
RealJoeThomas.com.
Yeah, the RealJoeThomas.com.
Has all the information.
And, yeah, of course, you can, you know, find the IG and
Real
Twitter
and
Facebook and all
everything
that.
Is the Real Joe Thomas.
Yes. The real deal.
All right, that's dope. All right, hit him up. Make sure you do that. But right now he's hanging out with me, HB, in the happy hour on Fly. Welcome to the happy hour, everybody, right here on Sirius XM Fly. I'm HB. Joe is here. I was up in the offices earlier today and speaking to one of the big dogs, and he said to me, "Heather, did you hear Joe cover Adele?" And I was like, Joe covered Adele?
Yeah.
And the first thing that came to my mind was, wow, he got a lot of nerve. You know, because it's some songs you don't mess with.
Yeah.
Just being honest, as a fan of music, and I was just like, you know, you don't mess with that. And then he played it for me. I was like, oh my gosh, like you killed it. What was the inspiration besides it just being a dope song and everything? What made you say, I'm gonna tackle this because I could do it?
There you go. That's simply that. I just wanted to have fun with it. Having such respect for Adele and her being the voice of our time right now and the new generation. You know, I just wanted to put my, you know, touch and taste and flair on the record, and it just came out to be something of a phenomenal thing for me. I got such great response and feedback from it. You know.
Over 10 million views on YouTube. Like, that's
it's
beyond
insane.
phenomenal.
Yeah. It was pretty incredible for me, and everywhere I go, I get the same response that you are saying right now. A lot of people say, I mean, that's no slight to Adele because she just did an amazing job. First of all, with the performance that she did, but they compare the two, and sometimes they edge me out just a little bit more, but. Man, I'm so honored. I'm so honored that people feel that way about it.
Yeah, because it's gutsy. I mean, everybody sort of, you look at, say, Jennifer Holliday, and then you look at Jennifer Hudson. I mean, Jennifer Hudson had to redo the song because she was in a movie. But when you kind of sit and, it's not fair to compare sometimes the songs, but when you kind of sit, you kind of forced to pick, like, well, damn, I guess, you know, she really stood up to do it. How, you still take voice lessons? You still, like, how did you, like, seriously, to keep your voice like that?
No, I just I woke up like this, you know.
Al, starting on the happy hour. That's what I love.
It's funny. I do a lot of covers, to be honest with you, and I just never put them out. It's just fun for me. It's almost like that's my practice. Is to take a record, re-record it, and to see how good it feels. You know, I've done a few of them.
But Joe, don't lie though. It's maintenance to that. Just in the same way you study, it's maintenance. So you don't go to voice lessons.
What I don't do is abuse it. I don't abuse it. And I think taking care of your health, making sure you get, proper rest, and I don't do vocal lessons or anything like that. I mean, I grew up in church singing, and I think that's just something that's a natural thing. Singing so much over the years, I think I've built a tolerance to my voice where at any given moment, the voice is right where it needs to be.
That's so.
That doesn't mean I don't get hoarse and my voice doesn't get a little tired. But for the most part, I'm pretty much on point. That's
so dope. Joe is here hanging out with us in the happy hour. We're going to talk about more new music up next on Fly. Welcome to the happy hour, everybody, right here on Sirius XM Fly. I'm HB. I was talking about, Joe was here, and I was talking about the cover that he did for Adele and saying that you had a lot of nerve, I'm saying it to your face, to cover that song, but it was so dope. Congratulations on that again. And then I heard your new single. So I Can Have You Back.
That's the one.
I was listening to those lyrics, Joe, and I was like, he's starting trouble. Like, this is a troublemaking record because no girl wants to hear her ex saying the things that you're saying in this record. And it's like, I'm just waiting for this dude to mess up so I could go back to... Where you get that from?
I was on some the hell with him. The hell with him.
I know it. I heard it.
He can never be better than me. I made a small mistake, but I hope he makes the biggest one that anyone could ever make. So I was hating. Just like I hated on all the things you may want to do.
You hated on, but I'm getting to that because I'm like, you're a hater. You're a singer. You're a hater singer.
I wrote a song. That's right. I wrote a song for Chico the Bars that said it's a hating record. He'll be the player and I'll be the hater. It's the concept of it.
Right.
And yeah, so of course, I don't mind being a hater when it comes to that.
Even in the video, my husband and I sometimes watch that video from the movie from the scene. You peeking around the corner. He's like, "Look at Joe squatting on the girl in the video." Know what I'm saying? What I'm saying?
Damn right.
Are you writing from like real experience? All the things your man won't do. I'm talking about on that video. But you writing from like a real experience, from real places, or you listening to your boys and writing some of their stories? Where's this hating coming from?
Yeah. It comes from all levels.
Notice how low his voice.
It's levels. Right. It's levels to this, right?
To the hate.
It's levels to the hate. So when you're writing a song like all the things your man would do, or what if a woman was just like us, and it comes from either some personal, not all. I'm not going to say all of it is personal, but a lot of it that I see and friends, family, and television, reality shows. I'm not.
Would you do a show like The Bachelor or something like that, like one of the more upscale reality shows?
I don't know about those. I don't know about the reality show thing.
I think The Bachelor is considered a reality show, right? I mean, even though it's ABC and they have a super big budget, but I guess
Wait a second, they have a super big budget?
Yeah, super big. It's different. It's not like the Love and Hip Hop budget. They got... I'm trying to tell you, Joe, because I see things, like, they happen years down the line, but I can kind of see stuff.
Well, here's considerably
she can.
The voice changed again.
Big budget.
Mm-hmm. Big.
Reality show.
Semi-reality.
Big budget.
Big
Right.
We have to talk numbers first, and then the consideration would probably be there.
Yeah, because, like, why, if you don't mind sharing, why are you single?
You know, I'm just damn, you got me stuttering.
It's the happy hour. We
Yes,
have drinks.
yes, of course. Why am I single? You know, it's been tough. I mean, the music industry is a very, very difficult lifestyle to have, and if you want to be personal and have something private, it's not always allowed. You know, people don't want you to just have a private lifestyle. They want to know every detail of what you do, and I like to respect, you know, the person that I'm with, and respect myself for that matter. Just kind of hold some things that are true and dear.
Would you still approach a woman, or you find yourself more women just approaching you all the time and doing like the obvious slutty thing, throwing drawers at you on stage, throwing bras? Well, I'm just, because it is slutty. It's getting to the point where we see so much nudity, I feel like, on social media that it's not even special anymore. Like, it's just not special. So it all looks slutty after a while. I was just trying to, you know.
No, it's okay.
Paint the picture.
Approaching women, it's I don't really have that sort of personality to just walk up to a woman and be like, "Hey, what's up? How you doing? My name is Joe."
A hater doesn't have an approach. You know what, Joe? You trying to stay here.
I'm the shy guy, you know. What is it? 5 heartbeats.
Yeah,
I'm the shy
brother.
guy.
You shy brother.
Yeah. Can you go let her know? You know, I'm writing a song about him because he got the girl because he was brave enough and had enough nerves to go and speak to her.
You gotta get out of that. I don't believe it. Something's more to this. Joe, I'm invited. Okay, go. When is the new album coming out?
New album, November 11th, and # my name is Joe Thomas.
12th album, man.
Yes,
congratulations on that, because that's really dope. And I see the tour dates are here. You have a lot of dates lined up. November 21st through the 27th in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
I know you got to be excited about that.
Oh man, Australia's amazing.
I've never been there.
It is amazing. A beautiful place. They speak English. You know, you travel that far and think that it's a different world when it comes to that. But no, you feel right at home. Right at home. Getting to see kangaroos and not on the streets. I mean, you gotta go to like little parks and
approach some women down there, Joe.
Approach some women. Oh,
yeah, it's called the land of down. It's called the land of down under. Approach some women.
I don't know about the land of down under.
That's what it's called.
That don't sound too good.
I'm trying to tell you, it might be a double entendre right there. Joe, please come back to the show and hang out after you get back, or whatever, the top of the year, whatever you want to do. You are always welcome here.
Thank you so much. Happy hour.
Happy hour with HB. We got more up next on Fly.